Recent studies have shown that many Americans are just not familiar with our nation's rich history, including our Christian heritage. Well, perhaps one effective way to help overcome that problem is by making history fun and interactive for people of all ages, including children. For the last century, visitors from all over the world have poured into Colonial Williamsburg in Virginia, which is about an hour away from Richmond. It contains abundant opportunities to see what life was like during colonial times. Reverend Greg Davidson, a local area pastor, comments for us on historic Colonial Williamsburg and what it has to offer.
Colonial Williamsburg, I believe, is a drawing point because people really want to see history, and in Colonial Williamsburg is history still active, still interactive, and it's an opportunity basically to interact with history.
Colonial Williamsburg was created by the Reverend William Archer Rutherford Goodwin, who served as the pastor of the historic Bruton Parish Church in Williamsburg. Beginning in 1907, he began to raise funds to have the whole historic section revitalized. Later, he was able to get substantial help to fulfill this dream through the help of philanthropist and oil tycoon John D. Rockefeller Jr.
Colonial Williamsburg includes the spiritual aspect as well, with the active parish right there in the middle, and the hub of all the activity is right there to participate in, and it's a very active ministry, yeah.
Bruton Parish Church is virtually at the center of Colonial Williamsburg. In this historic church, which is still being used for worship today, many of the founding fathers used to attend Christian services. George Washington, Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson, among other dignitaries, worshiped the Lord in this historic church.
Colonial Williamsburg does indeed recreate history right there for tourists to interact with and be a part of. It's an amazing place to see. Even if you're local, you find that a lot of locals still enjoy just interacting and being a part of it. My wife and I just went to the Kimball Theater, which is over 100-year-old theater, and saw a recent portrayal of the presidents and what they would think about society today. So there's so much to do and see and be a part of. The Governor's Mansion absolutely is part of Colonial Williamsburg's experience, as well as down the street, the Capitol itself. And it's all right there in one area, and it's just basically living history. You know, you get to interact, see, and do, and be a part of it, yes.
At one end of Colonial Williamsburg is the second oldest college in British North America, William and Mary. It was founded in the late 1600s primarily to train Anglican priests, including Native Americans, to serve as ministers to their own people. Through the years, many prominent Americans attended this college, including Thomas Jefferson.
It's awesome that William and Mary is such an integral part of Colonial Williamsburg. It's all right in walking distance, and there's so much history there, and the fact that it's operational and yet there's so much history and it's still a modern day school as well. It's a really neat experience.
Critics note that Americans today need to rediscover our history. Surveys show a very shallow understanding of our past, even of basic points. But this unique town helps Americans rediscover our history in a way that's fun for the whole family.
I do believe that Colonial Williamsburg is an amazing place for Americans to kind of come back to where we once were and to kind of re-explore these things as a living, interactive, active part of history, not just reenacted, but still being lived out today.
If you've never had the chance to visit Colonial Williamsburg, you may want to put it on your list of things to do sometime. It's estimated that about 1 million visitors pour into that place per year. They have many actors and actresses in costume, providing all sorts of reenactments so the visitor can get an idea of what it was like to live back in those days of George Washington, Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and company. Patrick Henry reminds us that the most important thing for us to remember is the Lord. As he put it, it is when a people forget God that tyrants forge their chains. For Providence Forum, a division of Coral Ridge Ministries, I'm Dr. Jerry Newcombe.